It is the 17th of the 12th, 2013. This is your radioactive reality. Been gone about a week. Very, very, very busy. Let's get into it, shall we? Any news? TEPCO press conference. Cancer is clearly increasing in Fukushima children. Many experts starting to get concerned. TEPCO has committed a crime. We're going to the police tomorrow. Hey, good luck with that. Tritium rain to result from dispersal of Fukushima contaminated water? Expert, you may be interested to know radioactive rainfall occurs around nuclear plants during normal operations. This tritium is not safe, and it is a normal release on all nuclear reactors all around the world. You wonder why there's these cancer spurt areas. Fukushima fuel melted on unprecedented scale. French government, parts of the coriums have been dispersed. Its location and condition are unknown, and we know that this is a lie. 3 confirmed full meltdowns through containment and into the environment, at least. Radiation in Fukushima groundwater skyrockets 3,500 times over the weekend, just 5 meters from the Pacific Ocean. Nothing can be done to stop it flowing into the sea. And it's just gushing and will continue to gush for a very, very long time. Hot particle found 400 kilometers from Fukushima with radioactivity over 4 billion becquerels. Large black puddles of fallout along roadsides might well be from inside failed fuel rods. The number 3 explosion and confirmed fires in 3 and 4 fuel pools. The insanity continues. Arnie Gunderson. All Japan is contaminated. Government covering up enormous exposure to public. Epidemic is just beginning. Evacuee. We are in fact dying in Fukushima. What happened to us will soon affect all Japanese people and the Northern Hemisphere. Anywhere around that Pacific Ocean. No solution seen for Fukushima radioactive water. Toxic ocean leakage to go on into the 2020s. Experts, high potential for marine life and human health effects through ingestion over generations. We're just getting started. Officials worried radiation levels rise sharply in soil outside Fukushima. Cesium quadruples during past year. And again, that just goes to show we have full and complete total meltdowns. Releasing Fukushima radioactive water into the Pacific inevitable. Reports in Japan are very aware of danger posed by past releases. Contaminants are concentrated thousands of times in food chain. At the end of the chain are humans, quote, who may suffer genetic damage, cancer, other health problems, and even death. The death toll is already starting to take effect, but they're going to blame everything but nuclear. Japan professor, damage from Fukushima is unprecedented, a disaster never before experienced in human history. Some say it could affect the whole Northern Hemisphere. It already has. That stuff went into aerosol form. We've been breathing it for 2.5, almost 3 years now. Quote, very likely the largest nuclear accident which mankind experienced, or at least the one we know about. Government report. Huffington Post listed as external stakeholders in NRC alongside nuclear industry and pro-nuclear blogs. Both outlets help NRC to increase online influence as CNN produces pro-nuclear infomercial. Go for that green energy, right? Don't worry, folks. Everything's completely under control. Nothing to see here. Michael Moore, total shill. Thank you so much for making pro-nuclear movie. What an idiot. TEPCO, we should have told public sooner. We failed to cool molten fuel after meltdowns began. Experts, Fukushima cesium release could be more than triple Chernobyl. And we know it's more than 1,000, 1,000,000 times that with this MOX plutonium fuel. Japan's leader on 3/11, most didn't know, but Reactor 1 melted down in 5 hours. We almost lost 1/3 of the nation due to Fukushima. TEPCO Reactor 3 melted earlier than reported. Water went in the wrong pipes. NHK investigation into how much massive amounts of radioactive substances were released and are continuing to be released and will be released for a very, very long time. Unprecedented. Check it out. China bans all imports of shellfish from U.S. West Coast. Quote, they've never done anything like that I've ever seen. Includes Washington, Oregon, Alaska, and Northern California. Government says it will continue indefinitely. That's going on with the strange starfish die-off and all the crazy animals and all the tsunami debris pushing up the West Coast. What do the Chinese know that the American government's not telling the public? TV correspondent in Japan, I've come across terrible information. Health situation appears to be much more risky than we see on Japan TV. Doctors and officials hiding the truth. Criminals. Marine biology, all sea stars along the west coast of North America could be wiped out. Some developing bald spots, others look completely healthy except for guts coming out. Speculation, it could be related to Fukushima. And you wonder why the Chinese have banned the mussels and the shellfish from the west coast. Large die-off of Alaska seabirds from disease never found before in state history. Yeah, it's called cesium. Official, it's super common except it's first time. Hundreds dead per kilometer. Continue to wash ashore. Relatively natural witness. Head flopped backwards, appeared to have seizure, then dropped dead. These birds are in serious trouble up in Alaska, along with everything else, because that's where all this stuff is pushing up. Alaska, Canada, northwest of the United States, flowing all the way down into Mexico. Eventually the entire Pacific Ocean will be enveloped, and it will go around the world in a few years. Over to Daily News, Fukushima Diary. Possible new leak. All beta nuclei increasing outside of port. Zero announcement from TEPCO. They're saying there could be a large water leakage outside, and they found all these record amounts of radiation just 5 meters from the seawall. The insanity continues. Oh, it must be a new leak. TEPCO to shield Reactor 4 against Reactor 3. Reactor 3 is just too radioactive, so they got to shield their workers. How are they ever going to get in there? Detecting plutonium in the seawater. Nothing has improved about contaminated water problems, says the NRA chairman. Thanks, buddy. You've been a lot of help. And that's about all I have for you tonight. Of course, if I missed anything, please let me know. Attach your comments or send me a message. Enjoy while you can, everybody. Thanks.